Today, we have a little bit more controversy to report than usual, because the past 24 hours were full of danger for the crypto industry, so stay tuned. The Bancor Platform lost millions of dollars due to a hack. A widely used decentralized platform for token exchange, Bancor, was put on maintenance last Monday after a security breach. It hasn't come back online yet, and it is clear that the devs are dealing with some major issues. So a problem that was supposed to take just minutes to resolve hasn't been eliminated for days. According to the Bancor team, no user's assets were stolen as the platform doesn't actually hold any. However, shortly after the attack, the team detailed that a wallet had been compromised, and it took away over $23 million of altcoins. Being a decentralized system, the platform's tokens are governed in a centralized manner though, so Bancor was able to freeze the stolen native tokens, and the damage was reduced by some $10 million. The token has plummeted since the breach and is now trading at $2.22. MyEtherWallet remained vulnerable to breaches for 5 hours yesterday. A popular browser extension Hola that provides VPN services was compromised for some 5 hours yesterday, during which time it might have been intercepting access data for users' wallets. Naturally, only those using the plugin might have been affected, because MU doesn't hold any personal data, including passwords of their users. After the issue was discovered and dealt with, MU tweeted about the incident saying that the attack appeared to be a Russian-based IP address. Also, everyone who had interacted with the service using Hola was advised to move their funds to a newly created account for the sake of safety. This was the second time MyEtherWallet has come into the crosshairs of cybercriminals this year. Vitalik Buterin lashes out at Centrilization. Last week in the same city of Zug where Bancor is located, there was a blockchain event called TechCrunch Sessions. The founder of Aetherium was there, and he made a very controversial remark about centralized exchanges being rip-offs for charging new tokens millions of dollars to be listed. His bottom line was, quote, "I hope they burn in hell." And a response from Binance's CEO followed yesterday. Changpeng Zhao tweeted a defensive post and prompted Vitalik to have a bigger heart. He also highlighted some important limitations that his exchange abides by, and suggested that without centralized exchanges, all coins would have less liquidity and value, and the overall industry would be smaller. Korean banks don't seem to find crypto assets especially attractive. Not for investment at any rate, as was revealed by data from Korea's central bank. As of last December, a total of $1.79 billion in crypto assets was contained in their portfolios, which amounts to nearly 8% of the accumulated deposits operated by South Korean brokerage houses. And that is despite an enormous spike in the price of Bitcoin that was trading for $20,000 by the end of 2017. And then the government introduced a series of legal restrictions for investors. Last week, the South Korean regulators finally acknowledged the cryptocurrency industry and published a classification for blockchain companies, while the Financial Services Commission moved towards easing the regulation of the industry. Hopefully it will result in more Korean money coming to our sector. Has the US Securities and Exchange Commission changed its stance on crypto ETFs? So at long last, we have a chance of seeing Bitcoin ETFs come into play. Multiple other organizations have applied for a license with the SEC before, but always in vain. Now it is time for the Chicago Board Options Exchange to take a shot at it, and it might prove successful because the attitude towards cryptocurrencies among the country's regulators has changed. Just last month, for example, the SEC decided not to treat Bitcoin and Ethereum as a security. Additionally, the US authorities might want to keep pace with European markets, where 4 crypto ETFs worth of $600 million have already been operating since 2015. In case of approval, a Bitcoin fund can be launched in 2019. That was all for today, June 11th. We hope you enjoyed it, and as always, we're looking forward to any feedback you might have. Until tomorrow, stay safe.